loco. I'm thinking it's all over when I go out. Oh, making my mind slow. That's why I don't with the big bro. I got to maintain, cause a like me is going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Too much undercover, now it's time for the blubber. Blabber, to watch that belly get fatter. Fat boy on a diet, don't try it. Attack yo like a looter in a riot. Fat like a sumo, leaving your face in the grass. You know, I don't take a dulo lightly. Just jealous cause you can't outright me. Yo, kick that style, wicked, wow. Happy face, never seen me smile. Rip that mainframe, I'll explain. Like me is going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane, got no brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the brain. Like Louis Armstrong. Something soon. I got to get my props. Cops come and try to snatch these pigs. Wanna blow my house down. Head underground to the next town. They get mad when they come to raid my pad, and I'm out in the night too scared. Yes, I'm the pirate pilot of this ship. If I dip with the ultraviolet dream, I look, but don't make your eyes strain. Like me, it's going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane.
After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. One game remains to crown a champion. It's the AFC champion New York Jets and the champions of the NFC, the New York Giants.
Cam Little to kick off.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run, and here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8 at his pass, the 40-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple.
Here we go. 70 Simba Wolf. Let's go.
Now, faking the give. He'll get this out wide. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He's got room to roam. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
25 more yards.
His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the first down.
That's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike, and he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
60, come on. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Pat. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's pulled in at the 2. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up third and goal.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short game.
Ready.
Throwing here on third and goal. That is caught by the tight end.
Well, after 2 weeks of anticipation, 2 weeks of scrutiny, I'm not sure if you can start a Super Bowl game any better than we just saw here, Mike. I mean, to take that ball down methodically, play after play, and end up with a touchdown, it just allows you to settle into the game, settle your entire sideline, and take a deep breath. Now it's up to the defense to go out there and try to get a stop, and you just can't start a Super Bowl any better than that.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Rachel Tootin. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
He'll drop the throw. Set up the screen here for Tootin. Into space at the 45. And he's going to be taken down. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own. Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
First and 10.
First down, Giants.
There's a give running left, and here comes Tootin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up third down.
8 yards. And it's third down.
They'll look to pick it up with Newton. And they've got it at the 19-yard line. They're into the red zone and still on the march. First down picked up.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. Right back to Tootin. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground at about 7.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second
Second down and 3.
Cowboy
Another run here with Cheaton. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's in.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready? Ready?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Braylon Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
Ready,
First
ready?
and 10 at the 49-yard
Hot
line.
70, hot, press roll 80. Ready?
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Abdul Carter, he gets into drop there. It's a loss of 8. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On a man left side, it's caught. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most
Okay, ready?
difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Two. Cowboy 80. Ready?
He'll look to throw. He's going to run it. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down. So, 1 quarter down here on Super Bowl Sunday. Paris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back to South Florida after this. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
Go. Here we go.
Here's a run. A second effort, and he is in. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This drive begins with a run by Cheaton. He's taken down just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's 2. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a giant first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense. And
oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3. A big play here in the big game. A pickup of 44 yards. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Scatterboo will score. Touchdown. G-Man.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. Their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Get up. Hawk 70, Hawk 70, go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And it's going to be taken down right at midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard
Go,
line.
check. Go, Stephanie. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Hey.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he will give himself up at the end of that one.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, check, hurt.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the 1st down.
6-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll give on the ground. Finding space at the 15. And he's in. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about Hurst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 43-yard line.
On the ground, here's 2. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Giants.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So, big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. This offense has to do a better job of generating chunk plays once he gets outside the pocket and they transition into scramble drill. Instead, nobody uncovers downfield. He forces a difficult throw, and luckily it falls incomplete.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's open middle of the field. It is caught. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. A big play here in the big game. 32 yards. On the give, it's 2. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Trying to punch it in with 2. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This about as short as you can get. Little's kick is good. And the Giants will cut the lead down to 4.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The Jets take over first and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
Cardinal. Panther Street.
Travel start on the ground. And a good run there. To get him 5 yards.
Benjamin Cooper on the stop. A gain of 5 brings
They'll
up
break the huddle.
2nd and 5.
It's 2nd and 5.
40-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
And before the snap, we have a whistle. And this could very well be a false start.
precision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver, and when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball, and he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
Rolling right, and that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender both hands on it, but just couldn't come down with the pick. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his...
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Azari Thomas. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's a turnover.
Ready? Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down. From the 24 now, here's second down and 5.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. Go.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. To the pylon, he's in.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
First down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix in the run.
And he's going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. He'll let one go down the middle. He's got Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. They'll run. It's Scalaboo. And he's going to go backward. Taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage. He's not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
Up the middle they go. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
60 by 6, Cougar 19. Panther Street, Panther Street.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
1918.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
3rd down and 3.
Let's go, let's Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Panther 60, Panther 60.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. A gain there of 15. Good for a Jets first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Let's go.
Right back to him on first down. And wow, tough to break down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Taking off. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he'll take this one in. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboo. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Tonight's start to the drive, a gain of 10 and a quick 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Not much happening there, just a short gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run with Scatterboo. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Get this into the hands of Neighbors. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
60 by 19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second and 10.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They'll throw out of the gun. He'll go right and find his running back. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Brings up third
down. 3 to go.
Come on. Come on. Hit. 70 Timberwolves.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. He's going to have that first down. Gain of 6 as they convert on third down.
at the 49-yard line.
He'll keep this on the zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Warriors 70. Ready.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Second reception of this Super Bowl. And it's good enough for a first down.
19 right.
And 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Brian Burns in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Ready.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brings up third down.
Third and a long way to go.
Ready. Packers 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They try to get this one on the ground.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here's first and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So, 2 minutes remain on Super Bowl Sunday. We're back to see this one wrap up after this. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10.
Cougar 19.
They'll drop to throw. He finds Raymond for the completion. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 7.
Now here's Wilson getting on the pop pass. To the goal line and in.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Makes the score Jets 42, Giants 28. Jody Slye.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Devontae Turpin on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Giants take over first and 10.
Here's first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is hard. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play here in the big game. 55 yards on the game. To the air now on 1st and 10. That is hauled in at the 5.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 2nd down. They'll run. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here, you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit, because that one went nowhere.
That's hauled in at the 2. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Giants 35.
A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to air this one out, and this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end, and at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. They'll stick to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best 1st down play call to your quarterback. The field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. And he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He'll look to throw. Out to his right. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game.
Let's go now.
The Jets take over
Hawk
first and
70,
10
Hawk 70.
at their own 30-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. And the Jets have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise, and for a lot of these players, their legacies are altered by a play here, a play there. This could have been a totally different outcome, but let's give credit to the champs. They made the plays when they needed, and that's NFL ball, and I'll tell you what, they're going to enjoy this celebration.
Commissioner Goodell going to make the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the New York Jets, the champions of Super Bowl 62. So that'll do it for another spectacular season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Greg Olson, and our entire crew, I'm Mike Tirico. We'll do it again come the fall. Till then, so long from the Super Bowl.
I'm in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat, it's a speaker blaster. Bars are hot, and bars are ready. I'm Little Caesars with the extra chetty. Extra style, extra flow. Slip for sale, like 5 below.
Yeah, in the club now like I'm BD. Counting these notes like I'm MIDI. Laugh to the bank, hit the gritty. Go and tell your mom that she really, really pretty. Yo, I called up your grandma. Said this the new age nostalgia. She said that last night she called ya. Said JVB is the future.
Palace backpack, Nike snapback. Break truck, stop playing hack sack. All gas, whole lot of motion. Headbang, whiplash, past the moat train. Sauced up, fits on 10. Yankee fitted, even in my bed. Small town boys up next to bat. JVB make it get slapped.
Yeah, hey, down with my brothers. Brothers from another. Even if I wasn't, treat me like a cousin. I'm from California. Speak a little southern. Cheap about a dozen. Can you keep a secret? Look who in my recent. She's so indecent. You don't want no beef with. You don't want no beef with.
Damn, you talk to me wild like they ain't try to be down like when y'all 12, you wasn't trying to be Kyle. Copy my style and show it to their friends and try to say that it's them, but y'all know what this is. Red bone on the couch and they both mahogany brown. Gap is so big it can see my house. Then again, my view is too stupid, bruh, for real. Don't forget to get about who really do this, bruh, for real.
Killer Cali, go closer. You like a lot of to the clipping in the holster like it's supposed to be closer than your chauffeur, Costa Nostra. Stick up to your nose, this rolling stone and no loner. California, ill as pneumonia when we confold you with that villain's aroma, pilling out, spilling all your feelings out on the corner, chilling out. Ice grilling my mouth, shout out to soldiers now, pulling the out to show you, but the brains over the rover. They put a coat over the stain, cause for the day we whipping your rain, throw you hitting the bank. Don't forget that the game coded in polars. California bears, take your chain off for ya, because out of all of you squares, I'ma yeah, put it in the air like the motor hit the roller.
Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m. we ended up at Liv. 3 a.m. we like Pope. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Just spin. Make our own, we don't follow the trends. 100 on our own expense. Only live once, so we so. Let's take, don't miss. Pour 'em all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips. More time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just floating.
all the mother cats you run with, get done with, dumb quick. You going from the dog or some bum, they go to click, 911, all over some dump, ain't that some, it's the mommy of club, 'cause every time you come around, it's like, what, I just gotta get my, and I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, alright, Slim, so watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else, and we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue, or maybe they just saying that now 'cause they miss you, try to diss you, that's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church, preacher telling the truth and it hurts, y'all gon' make me lose my mind, up in here, y'all gon' make me go all out, up in here, y'all gon' make me act a fool, up in here, y'all gon' make me lose my cool, up in here, off the chain, I leave soft in the brain, still want the fame, off the name, first of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me, and you ain't strong enough, so whatever it is you, they got you thinking that you Superman, I got the kryptonite, with my the mic, that's characters, not even good actors, what's gonna be the outcome, let's add up all the factors, you act, you twisted, your girls are, you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know, your own man say you stupid, you be like, so, I love my baby mother, I never let her go, I'm tired of weak, whining over that don't belong to them.
Welcome to the NFL Draft.
Who get it all with the slip of the hands with them. Man, y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, I bring down rain so heavy it hurts the head. No more talk, put him in the stead. You keep off, that you trying to end up. 'Cause if I end up fed, I end up. You use a soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When nobody burn out, sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out, running his mouth. I'ma young out. Listen, yo, it's about to be. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you the best, but it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Hold my. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Hold my. Big ball. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Hold my. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Hold my. Street people. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Man, that's got you bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Come on. Right, I got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Ain't no room y'all can do now.
I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed a flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's a bicker. Not a civilian, I'm a citizen. Been around the world looking militant. I fly United, never spirited. Only restaurant is gonna be Michelin. What? I mean Michelin, traveling on dividends. She said that I'm bald like a 90s symbol is. I'm getting paid, talking rap on the internet. My name Green, but I ain't crab, I be generous. LA to Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim, flying straight from Manor Pond. Rolling out to Durban, Marble pudding with some prawn. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don, huh? I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan
That's autonomy. That means I make my own decisions, boy. What do you do? I could spend a week or two out in Honolulu, and I ain't got $1 billion, but I got a screw loose to the people that see the world just like the news do. While you stunting on the block, you can invest that money, get funded by some stocks. I'd rather make a punchline than punch into a clock. Life is hard, but you won't change it just wishing on a star, cause you can miss this like you in the dark. This beat is intimate, so you can really feel my heart. System built for us to fail, but somehow we all prevail. By the time I was 17, man, I thought I'd be in jail, cause we moved out to the burbs and still get cuffed up in a cell. Most are blind to this world, but this world, I see it well.
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. If I got to bring it to you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Oh, your man's have been in jail before? Get all them upper cats you run with, get done with, done quick. You gon' poke the dog with some bump. They go to click 911. All over some dump. Ain't that something? It's remind me of club. Every time you come around, it's like, I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, right, Slim? So watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now cause they miss you. Try to diss you. That's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Off the chain, I leave soft in the brain. Still want the fame, off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me. You ain't strong enough. So whatever it is you I got you thinking that you Superman, I got the kryptonite. With my the mic, that's the character. It's not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You whack, you twisted, your girls are you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody knows your own man say you stupid. You be like, so I love my baby mother, I never let her go. I'm tired of weak whining over that don't belong to them. What's wrong with them? If it's not for real, like my mans in them, who get it all with the strength for their hands with them. Man, y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I bring down rain so heavy it hurts the head. No more talk. Put him in the stand. You keep up. That you trying to end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you just soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more you run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When the body burn out, sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out. Running his mouth, I'ma young out. Listen, yo, it's about to leave. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you the best, but it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Hold up. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Hold up. Big baller. Yo, meet
one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a that's bringing me down. I went to a... He said my life's a bore. So quit my white cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Grasping to control, so I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? My God. Yeah. Yeah, I'm up now. It's an update. I'm a real snob. I need a parfait. I need to meditate with the bunny on my stay. I'm finna give it a good shot on my casse. She want the Mew Mew. She want the Eastside. How much it costed? Like an Andre. I spent a band on a that band-aid. Thinking I miss, baby, is a mistake. I got 12 months, but I need an extra one. You wouldn't know a rap if you're next to one. It's young, I mean it, baby. I ain't like the rest of them. She a fanatic for that dun. Yeah, new house in the hills. Fine, waiting for me down in Brazil. 5, had to go on for the kill. It's 5 plus 8. You know the deal. It's a skinny leg legend. Oregonian, it's hard to meet a Fevin. I might grow me a gut like my dad. My folks want grandkids really bad. So baby, do you wanna be a mini baby mama? Yeah, our kids could be East African, or they could be an accident. How you rap like that's what they asking him? I was poor and I'm black, so I'm taxing them. Just a couple reparations that I factor in. We saw the Toyota Ethiopians, yeah, but I'm on right now. I wanna stop and get down. A lot of rain in my life I found, so please shut the pipe down. I need that.